make this amazing restaurant-style salsa, we need salt to taste, 3 garlic cloves, 15 chiles serranos, 7 tomatoes, 1 bunch of cilantro, and 1 large onion. Well, let's start with the onion. This is a very large onion. If you don't have this large onion, you could use 2 medium onions. But let me tell you, to make this amazing restaurant style salsa, these ingredients are very few, but yet the salsa comes out so chunky, so delicious that I know you guys are going to love it. Well, here I'm just only taking the stems off of the chiles serranos. I added a little bit of vegetable oil. And first I'm going to start with the onion, garlic, and chiles serranos. We're going to add it in here. We're going to start roasting them really good. This really takes time, but take your time. Believe me, this restaurant style salsa for your dips come out amazing. Well, here I am going to just mix around, coat over everything with a little bit of the vegetable oil. And let me show you how coated they are. When you put it into the vegetable oil, you start waking up all those amazing flavors of the garlic, the onion, and the chile serrano. I am going to continue with my tomatoes. I have 7 tomatoes that they're trying to run away from me, and I'm just going to cube it just like that. Make sure you rinse your tomatoes before you start slicing away. You want this salsa to be really nice and chunky. Of course, there's no need to go to a restaurant to have restaurant-style salsa made at home with lots of love. Well, once you have all your tomato ready, we're going to go ahead and check how the onion and the chiles are doing. Remember, don't step away. Stay close from your stove so that you make sure that they do not burn, especially your garlic cloves. The garlic cloves is really waking up and releasing the amazing flavor. Once you see them nice and roasted like this one, then they all need to be nice and roasted. So just leave them in here for a couple more minutes. Let me show you. I have the tomato here and 1 cup of water. That's everything we're going to need to add into our pan. When the chilies are nice and golden, just like that, roasted just like that, then we are ready to add the tomato and the cup of water. We're going to add the tomato, the cup of water, and we are going to cover and let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes, not more than that. You still want your tomato to have its shape, not to be so mushy. Once it's nice and incorporated, we add the 1 cup of water, we cover it, and we let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. Not more than that. I'm going to continue with the other half of the onion. And this one we are going to dice very small. We want to make sure that the onion is really tiny. So take your time when you're doing this. You really want the onion and the cilantro to be almost the same size. And here is nice and diced. And this is boiling. I'm going to cover it, turn the stove off, and then just leave it there to come to room temperature. You don't want to add the sauce hot to your onion or your cilantro. And here I'm going to transfer it. I'm going to continue with the bunch of cilantro. Remember, I am using 1 whole onion and 1 whole bunch of cilantro. Slice away really good. Dice it really good before you add it into the same plate where you have your onion. Let me tell you, this salsa comes out delicious. You might be thinking so many chiles serranos, it's going to be spicy. No, it's not. It's going to have a kick, but you're going to be able to enjoy it with some chips. And here it came to room temperature. I'm going to add everything and even the water into my blender cup. We don't want to leave all those amazing juices behind. I am going to add all the liquid, and of course if there's onion there, I'm going to add the onion. Remember that the salt is to taste, so I'm going to add my salt And now I am ready to blend. It's still a little nice and warm, so I'm going to start slow and I'm going to start blending away. It really doesn't take too long to enjoy at home a very delicious restaurant style salsa for your dip, especially on the weekends. When the family comes over, you have an amazing salsa at home to enjoy with your beautiful family. Once this is done, let me show you the texture. It's not runny at all. It's nice and thick. Look at this. It's really nice and thick. Let me show you from close up so that you could see the texture that is not runny at all. Look at this. Remember that the salt is to taste. And here I am ready to pour into the cilantro and the onion. And I think this plate is going to be too small for all this amazing sauce. But let me incorporate really good. I'm going to incorporate the onion and the cilantro. You start seeing how chunky it gets. You really want to cover everything with the amazing sauce. And yes, I need to transfer it to a bigger plate because you could see that I need to add the rest of the salsa. Well, I'm going to transfer it, and now I'm ready to pour the rest of the salsa in. Look how chunky this looks. This is exactly how you make a restaurant style salsa. Of course, I'm going to add just a little splash of hot water to my blender cup to remove everything that is left behind. But just a little bit, I would say 3 tablespoons of hot water. And once this is done, look at the texture. Look how delicious this looks. The colors, they look just amazing. And of course, I'm going to add it into a small plate. And I'm going to show you how it looks when you dip your chip right into this amazing and chunky restaurant style salsa. Your dip is ready. Let's enjoy. Look at this. Your mouth is watering. Like, subscribe, and share, and make this amazing restaurant style salsa. I am ready for the presentation. I'll see you in just a little bit. With this amazing restaurant style salsa dip that I know you guys are really going to love. It's nice and chunky and you're really going to enjoy it at home. It's nice and chunky and you could really get everything and taste everything at the same time. Excuse me. It's not too spicy and the taste just amazing. If you liked and loved this amazing recipe, like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to push that notification bell. And if you did, leave it activated so every time I make an amazing recipe, yes, you're going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of Cooking with Gloria. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time with an amazing recipe. Bye-bye.